He invites us to a whole new way of life in relationship with him that as he's
Yeah.
shaping us and transforming
Yeah.
us and using us to change the world. So
Yeah. I think that just as admittedly, like within my life, I was well into, like, many years into being a pastor. When I kind of came to the realization that I was certainly a believer in Jesus, and trusting in him and what he had done on the cross for my sins. I had gratitude to God for his grace in my life, and I was undeserving of that grace, and like all of those kind of things. But I'm not sure I was a follower, because I wasn't actually. I'm not sure why, but
Yeah.
it didn't really cross my mind to put
Yeah.
into practice the practices of Jesus.
Yeah.
To say, well, Jesus came and lived a life for a reason. He didn't just come 10 minutes before the cross,
Yeah.
and then die on the cross for the payment for our sins. He actually lived a life and says, now this is what I want you to do. I want you to do what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I think, for at least in my upbringing and the type of, the branch of the Christian tree I was on, it was much more about believing certain things about Jesus, believing what Paul taught about Jesus, like those types of things. And then just kind of living your life as best you can, be a good person, and be grateful that you're going to go to heaven when you die,
Yeah.
and not really putting into practice the practices of Jesus.